Hey trendsetters, it's your girl Shantae. I got my glasses on today. You guys listen, do not be ashamed for getting a job. I don't care if it's a full-time or a part-time job, because the people that you're listening to, they're not paying your bills. They're not putting any money on your table. They're not helping fund your corporation. They're not investing in your business or your ministry, but you're listening to them, and their words are not adding any substance or any financial help to your life at all. If you need to get a job, do not be ashamed. Get a job because you have a dream in mind. Like I said before, from the age of 14 on to actually the beginning of this year, I had to work a job because I had to fund my business. Nobody else was going to pay for my corporation papers but me. Nobody else was going to pay for my other business endeavors besides me. Nobody else was going to pay for my books, pay for the things, for my business cards, for my posters, for my table, for everything that I needed for Shantae Westernite Inc. besides me. Even the stuff that I'm doing right now undercover that you guys don't know about, all of that stuff is done and paid for by me. And I needed a job. You need a job. If you need to work as a cashier, do not be afraid. Do not be ashamed. Even if you need to get a full-time job just for a little while, if temporarily, just go ahead and do it, and don't be ashamed of it. Now, when you get that job, make sure that you look at that job as your investor. That's one thing that my mom told me when I first started working. She said, don't be ashamed of it. When your friends or your acquaintances come up and see you working at the cash register, don't be ashamed of it, because the only thing you gotta say is, this job is my investor. When my friends asked me to go out somewhere, I had to say I have to check with my investor first, and that investor for the business was that job. So that's what you have to look at it is this is my investor for my business. So when you get this job, don't be using this job to get your nails and your hair done all the time. Don't be using this job as for money to go out to the club all the time. Don't be using this job as for means to go on vacation all the time. Have fun with your money. Make sure that you always save up a little bit of money. But when I was working, 70 to 80% of that check went into my savings account or was invested into my business. And yes, because I am 19 and I'm at home, I am able to do that. For some of the people that's under the sound of my voice right now, you are young, you're a teenager, or you're a young adult, and you are at home and you are able to save your money up. It is your fault after a while if you have been working for 4 or 5 years and you're clubbing every weekend, but your business still hasn't went anywhere. You're not prioritizing where you put your money. You need to prioritize. You need to make sure that you evenly distribute your money in the correct and right places. Make sure that you put money in your savings account. That is nobody else's fault besides you. Now, if you've been working at McDonald's for 5 years and you go out to the club every weekend and you getting your nails and your hair done and you still ain't got nothing going on in your business, that ain't nobody else's fault besides yours. That is your fault. You're going to have to work on that. Use your job as an investor. Don't be ashamed of it. You have to work, then go work, but make sure that you're using that money for the right reasons.